I can't do anything about it from here. Maybe I can help you.
You can?
It shouldn't be too difficult to get you a restraining order.
You know, Alec wasn't like this from the first. Sometimes I think just one wrong decision can ruin you for life, and if you can't get over that, then you're stuck.
So what are you saying? Alec made some decision that wrecked his life?
Yeah, maybe. See, he loved this girl in high school. He loved her very much. But then he dumped her to go to Yale and become a big success. And now he's sorry.
Well, you'll have to forgive me if I save my sympathy for the girl he dumped.
I know. I think if he could find her, you know, not get back together with her, but if he could just find her and make peace with her, then he'd be a completely different man.
Alec is never, ever, ever going to find Janine.
You know her name?
Janine is dead.
Dead? Is that why Tom's talking to Alec?
You might as well know the whole story.
What story?
You know our foster child, Jamal.
Yeah, he's a great kid. I met him when he came in to visit you with Tom.
I know. He's so great, and he's so great that we want to adopt him.
I think that's wonderful. Congratulations. But I don't understand what it has to do with Alec.
Janine Wilson is Jamal's mother. Alec is his father.
Why are you telling me this?
You have a right to know.
No, I mean, why isn't Janine telling me? Did she send you?
No.
Well, why isn't she taking care of Jamal?
Look, Alec, it's a very long story.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'd like to hear it.
When Janine found out that she was pregnant, she moved to Center City.
She had a full ride to Boston University. She gave that up to have the child?
I don't know all the details. I do know that she was living in the projects when Jamal was born.
Well, no wonder she didn't keep in touch with her family. If they'd known it was my child she was having, it would have made her life hell.
I know that Jamal never met any member of her family.
I'm sure. Well, listen, obviously, Janine is in bad shape. Otherwise, you wouldn't have Jamal. So, what's the matter? What's wrong with her? Where is she? Tom, I can help her. Okay, we can work this out. She doesn't have to be alone.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm sure she doesn't want to talk to me. She probably hates my guts, and I don't blame her, but come on, you got to give me a break here. I'd like to try to make it up to her.
I can't.
Tom, you got to at least let me talk to her.
Alec, you better hear me out. Janine had a very rough time of it. She raised Jamal alone, without much help and without much money. She got involved with someone who turned her on to drugs, and she got hooked.
Gloria and Hayley told me that. I still find it very hard to believe that she would do drugs.
It's true. That's why social services took Jamal away from her.
And they gave him to you?
No. Janine couldn't stand living without Jamal. She checked into a rehab to clean herself up so that she could raise her son. And she did that.
Okay, well, obviously something has happened since then. What, is she back on drugs? Tom, you have Jamal. What's the problem? Is it money?
Janine got herself together. She got Jamal home with her, and she was diagnosed HIV positive.
HIV? How is she?
There's no way to break this to you gently. I am sorry. Janine died of AIDS. 2 years ago.
He hates himself for dumping her. But I don't think he had any idea that she was pregnant.
And would it have made any difference? I mean, do you really believe that he would have even stuck around just because he knew there was a baby in the picture?
I don't know. Alec never even told Janine goodbye. He just got on a bus and just left.
Because she was black.
No, I don't think in the way that you think.
Well, he was sure it would matter to somebody in big, bright corporate America, ruin his chances of success.
Yes. See, I do know that Alec's father was a bigot. Alec never even told his parents about Janine. He doesn't have a lot of faith in the rest of the world.
You know him pretty well.
Kind of. See, Alec hates himself, really hates himself for what he did to her. I think that's why a part of him feels like when he really wants somebody, he just has to hold on to them and just never, never let them go.
Please, please, Father, please. Please let Hayley get there in time. Please don't let Alec even find out that he has a son to hold on to.
I didn't say goodbye. It was supposed to be better. Cleaner that way. For both of us. If I was just gone.
I'll get rid of whoever it is.
You told him.
Look, I'm sorry to be the bearer of such bad news. Livia and I just felt that you had a right to know about Jamal. We don't want anything from you. Alec, we're not asking for anything except maybe your silence. We love Jamal very much. If he were our own, we wouldn't feel any different, and he's very happy with us.
You don't want me to rock the boat, is what you're saying?
Look, Alec, Jamal has had a very rough time of it. I mean, to find out that you're his father right now, I think that'd be rocking his boat.
Well, Jamal and I haven't exactly hit it off so far.
You don't have to worry about Jamal. Livia and Terence and I, we'll give him a good home and a family.
The Cudahys would be a great family for Jamal, and he would also be getting a wonderful older brother.
We love him very much. We're thinking about adopting. I don't know how you feel about it.
Enough! All right, enough! I can't deal with anything else right now.
Look, if you want to talk or you got any questions, you know where to reach me. I am sorry.
Hayley, I am not in the mood for your smart mouth right now, so do us both a favor and get out.
That's just too bad. 'Cause I'm not going anywhere until you get a few things straight. So just grab a seat and listen up.
This is what a real lawyer looks like.
Finally.
Kendall Hart, John Youngblood.
Pleased to meet you.
My mother sent you?
No.
I called the legal aid on your behalf.
Well, you can take him back where you found him. Don't want some pauper lawyer who defends riffraff.
What she lacks in warmth, she makes up for in charm.
Where is my real lawyer?
This is all you've got.
I have won quite a few cases.
Goody for you.
You're on your own, John.
Thanks. There's no harm in talking to me, is there? I mean, there's no charge.
I'm getting a real lawyer. A good one.
Well, just in case he doesn't show, let's talk about your case. You have anything better to do right now?
You talk, I'll listen.
Okay, the charge is perjury. You understand what that means.
Do you?
How do you want to plead?
If you knew what you were doing, you'd know it's not that simple.
Sure it is. You got you're guilty, you got you're not guilty. Column A, column B. Pick one. I've reviewed your case. Your best bet is guilty.
Are you crazy?
That is the only way we can cut a deal with the DA.
The DA is the one who put me here in the first place. Seth Tanner and I are not exactly best buddies these days. He's not going to let me walk out of here with a slap on the wrist.
Exactly.
And that is why I need a decent defense.
It's time to wake up, okay? You lied under oath, and you turned around and admitted it under oath. You think a judge is going to take one word out of your mouth as the truth? You think again. You put yourself in here. And lose the attitude. The judge isn't going to appreciate it any more than I do.
I do not have to take that from someone who works for nothing. I may be a prisoner, but I still have rights. You're fired.
My pleasure.
Come watch my trial. You can see how a real lawyer works. Maybe you can learn something. My mother is going to get the best. Those stupid charges are going to evaporate into thin air.
I wish you lots of luck.
I don't need luck.
Right. Guard, please.
You've all seen our record sales for last quarter. Here are some of my plans for Enchantment. I might add that many of these are already in development.
If you have more pressing matters to attend to...
Oh, no, please. Look these over and I will handle, Mr. Lang.
Why don't we take these with us?
No need to go, really. There's coffee and...
No, thank you.
I will handle this trivial matter and then we can sit down and we can discuss what it really takes to run a cosmetics company.
Well, look, you've certainly got your hands full, and we've got enough to keep us occupied.
All right, then. Take them with you, but please feel free to call me anytime, day or night, if you have any questions, and I will schedule a follow-up meeting.
Good luck with your personal problem.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you for coming.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks
Good night.
again. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Now you have time for Kendall?
You really should have called me first, Anton. This meeting was extremely important. Those 4 men are my major shareholders in Enchantment.
Yeah, well, those 4 men are locked up in jail cells. That place is like a dungeon.
You really don't need to tell me about jail. I spent Christmas there, remember?
Oh, so you've already called a lawyer? Kendall won't have to spend the night there?
No, I have done no such thing.
Who's doing it, your secretary?
Of course not. I wouldn't dream of asking any of my employees to help Kendall.
What are you waiting for? I just saw Kendall. She's all alone and she's scared.
And she ought to be.
Can we call the lawyer now? It's getting late and we have to get bail set.
Anton, let me explain something to you about Kendall.
You don't have to explain Kendall to me.
I think that I do. Look, Anton, you are a very sweet young man. And therefore you don't really understand Kendall. She's a malicious person.
Not anymore.
Anton, people just don't change like that.
Kendall knows that what she did was wrong, and she's sincerely sorry.
Don't you see that's a pattern of behavior with her? She deliberately does something wrong, and then she says she's sorry. So, okay, now she says she's sorry, and she thinks that everyone's going to forgive her and embrace her. No, that is not going to happen.
But you promised her. You said you were going to take care of her.
I know exactly what I said.
You never intended to help her.